He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha, and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Meenakshi Mishra.
Oh, असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मामृतंगमया सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अहं ब्रह्मास्मि। So good morning everyone, and good evening to the people from the other side of the world. Welcome. So after 2 weeks we are here. So hopefully we were not missed, or you have been practicing what has been your practices. And some people continued with the videos that have been recorded. So they were never missed us. So जिस तरीके से भी हुआ हो, today being a very auspicious day again, here we are. आज आपके सामने उपस्थित है। और जैसे कि कल मैंने ऑलरेडी जो लास्ट ईयर जो प्रोसेस किया था हमने होलिका की रात का, तो वो प्रोसेस को कल ही हमने पोस्ट कर दिया था। सो ऑल द पीपल दोज हु वांट टू डू दैट, जिन जो उसे करना चाहते हैं वो आप कर सकते हो आप उसे। लेकिन जैसे कि 4 मेजर रात्रि होती हैं, उसमें से आज का जो होलिका की रात है ये भी एक बहुत ही दिव्य रात्रि होती है, जिसमें स्पेशली व्हेन यू आर डूइंग एनी काइंड ऑफ साधना रिलेटेड टू मंत्र जाप, ओके, तो 4 रात्रियों में जैसे अलग अलग मंत्रों की सिद्धि की जा सकती है, आज की जो रात्रि है वो सब ऐसे मंत्रों की सिद्धि किया जा सकता है जैसे जितने सारे मंत्र हैं जो वैदिक मंत्र नहीं है, वो सारे मंत्रों की साधना और सिद्धि आज की जा सकती है। और ये आज नहीं, पिछले 8 दिन से चल रहा है, जिसको होलाष्टक कहते हैं। तो होलाष्टक के जो विधि होती है वो जो तांत्रिक होते हैं, जो योगी होते हैं, वो लोग पिछले 8 दिनों से ये जाप करते जा रहे हैं. लाइक फॉर द पास्ट 8 days they have been doing their practices, and especially today also they do something called as a very dangerous thing that it is not portrayed for other people, especially in the tantric world. They do it as a Rakt Holi. So on this day, it is not only the day for sadhana and to get power, it is also an amazing day to come out of certain habits that you want to come out. अपने अंदर जो बदलाव लाना है वो ला सकते हैं, because the constellation part of the sun and the moon are exactly opposite 180 degrees of each other today. आज के दिन ऐसा स्थिति बनता है जहां पे बिल्कुल वो आमने सामने होते हैं. और इसी के साथ, like when this is happening and all the other constellations are in place, it creates a door for which it gives you power, it gives you knowledge, it gives you opportunity to change something that you want to change in your life. आप अपने जीवन में अगर कोई भी बदलाव लाना चाहते हो तो आज का दिन बहुत ही अच्छा कार्यरत होगा, because the forces of the energy of the universe are also working along with you. आपके साथ कार्य करते हैं. तो इस दिन का संपूर्ण लाभ उठाइएगा. Take the maximum benefit of this day, because that's going to help us a lot, because we are all in this path of spirituality. As it is said, when the spirit enters, spirituality begins. So the spirit of true sense, the spirit of knowledge, the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of truthfulness, the spirit of realization, when it enters, spirituality begins. Or especially when you have been to Vrindavan recently, all the people, those who visited, they know like now that place would have transformed itself into something else. सच में कुछ और ही बदल जाता है वो दुनिया, क्योंकि वो कहा जाता है ना कि वहां पे रासेश्वरी और रसेश्वरी दोनों है वहां पे, और दोनों ही राधा रानी है. एंड दैट स्पेस, और वी ऑल नो लाइक ऑन दिस डेज लाइक वो लठमार होली जो होती है, so that is another amazing thing to see. People across the globe travel to watch that. And वो कहते हैं ना कि इतना गुलाल उड़ाते हैं कि आसमान भी लाल दिखने लगता है. So that's how they celebrate. It's an amazing space to be. Now, I was recalling, like if you remember the last year's video, we were talking about Jagannath Ji's Bal Leela, right? And I was just referring to that, and I said, wow, so within a year we were there. जाके भी आ गए वहां पे. So how amazing it could be. So today, one specific thing that I want to discuss, और एक सबसे प्रथम बात जो मैं बात करना चाहूंगा कि जितने लोग आज यहाँ हैं, any kind of habits, any kind of things that you have not been able to follow or do, उसको कैसे ये, how this constellation is going to help us is something that we should be knowing, so that when our kids come to you, आपके बच्चे जब आपको पूछते हैं कि what is the significance of these days, ऐसा क्या हो जाता है इस दिन में, इसका एक सबसे बड़ा, one of the greatest example that is available to prove that this day has the power to change the things that you are not able to change. What is the day today, just before the Holi? What do you call that? छोटी होली या होलिका कहा जाता है, राइट? एंड आज के दिन क्या करते हैं हम? होलिका दहन होता है. होलिका दहन, we all have seen like in all the crossroads they put wood and they burn the fire, and people nowadays they have become like, I can see like people sitting and baking their marshmallows on that as well. कोई आलू लेके जला रहा है उसमें, कोई marshmallows जला के खा रहे हैं. But they don't know why it was created and why all these things are so important, and now they are doing as it as a fun thing. It's all good, but they don't know when किसी के घर का उतारा करके उसमें डाला जाता है. So what kind of impact they will have in their life, they don't know that. So, but it is not only about that. Let's come back to the story of Holika. We all know why Holi is celebrated. But have you seen one specific thing? I don't know like how much people follow here, but I have seen like people, especially in Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh and all the northeastern side, people होलिका के दिन आप देखेंगे like they create a pyre kind of thing and then उसकी पूजा होती है, they do the worship of that. But now we have to think like if Holika was a demon, फिर उसकी पूजा, why are we doing the worship of a demon out there? यहाँ पे एक चीज समझने वाली बात होती है कि दो, there are two things in it. One जो होलिका कहा जाता है, she is also a goddess that comes from the Vedic science. अगर आप वेदों में जाओगे तो वहां पे भी एक होलिका है जो देवी है. सो देख तो देवी की पूजा होती है, होलिका की जो रात्रि होती है उसमें अगर वेदों के तरह से जो पूजा की जाती है वो तो होलिका देवी की पूजा की जाती है. बट द अदर थिंग दैट इट इज डन, even if we look at this at a perspective of the story of Prahlad, we all know like Hiranyakashipu and Kayadu had a son, and because Hiranyakaship's brother Hiranyaksh was killed by Mahavishnu in the form of the boar, the great boar, then he took the oath that he is going to gain powers and fight with Vishnu. And he was an absolute against the name of Vishnu itself, let alone the god. So he was doing his tapasya, and at that time we all know that when Hiranyakashipu was doing his tapasya, and he was standing on one toe, okay, uska tapasya aisa tha, he was standing on one toe and he did the tapasya for 100 years of the divine. देवताओं का 100 साल, मतलब एक ब्रह्मा का युग बदल गया होगा उसमें. So that's how he did the tapasya. But when he was doing the tapasya, when Indra came to know that he has gone out for tapasya, so what he did, he went there, attacked his kingdom of Hiranyakashipu and defeated everyone. And after that, he was taking the wife, means Kayadu, to put him in the cell. At that time, Narad Muni comes and he says, what are you doing? Don't you know that she is going to give a birth to a child who is going to be the ardent devotee of Vishnu? And if you take him away, you have to face the wrath of Vishnu. So in that case, what happened is, finally Indra left and Narad took Kayadu to his own ashram. And now just think of, we all have known the story of the small little people, like in the womb, they start listening to the stories, they start having the impact. And that's why जब गर्भ धारण करता है कोई तो उसको संस्कार दिए जाते हैं. तो इस तरीके से क्या हुआ, when Prahlad was taken and he was when Kayadu was taken and she was living in the ashram of Narad Muni, what would he listen? In the womb of the mother, Prahlad had all the kind of qualities, all the good things. He started listening about Narayan, his Leelas, his Shaktis, his Maya, everything. And that's how uska garv mein hi uska sanskar ho gaya tha. And he started having the knowledge and the love towards Vishnu. And we all know, like when he took birth, by that time even Hiranyakashipu has returned and he has won over everything, but the only thing he could not win over was his son. Because his son would always sit and say, Narayan, Narayan, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, Narayan, Narayan. So he was always, now just think of someone, you are ardent against them and that person is all towards him. And that would be a very typical situation. And then he kept on doing all these things, and after like Hiranyakashipu tried to convince him, but he could not. Then finally, out of his anger, he started planning or plotting things so that he can kill Prahlad. But was he succeeding in that? No. So what is the understanding here? One understanding here is कि अगर आप साधना के मार्ग में चलते हो, अगर आप दिव्यता के मार्ग में चलते हो, इफ यू आर वॉकिंग ऑन द पाथ ऑफ स्पिरिचुअलिटी, if you are having complete dedication and devotion and faith in the divine, even all the evil forces, if they work against you, still they cannot do anything to you. Even they try whatever they want, but still you will be safeguarded. Now, we all know that after that, finally, she, like Hiranyakashipu called his sister Holika, right? And we all know that Holika ka paas ek aisa chadar tha, like she was having a, what do you call, a shawl kind of thing, which if she puts over, fire cannot touch her. वो अगर वो ओढ़ लेती तो आग उसे जला नहीं सकती. But if you go to the stories, it is said like when Holika was sitting in the fire, she took Prahlad along with her and she covered herself with the shawl and made Prahlad sit in her lap. But why did Prahlad didn't burn? But Holika burnt. होलिका जल गई लेकिन प्रहलाद नहीं जले. इसके पीछे का भी एक अद्भुत रचनात्मक कारण जो भी है, like there is a reasoning behind that. If you go and read it in the Puranas, there it is a clear-cut mention that एक वायु आया, means a gush of air came and the shawl moved out from Holika and covered Prahlad. यही है ना कि उसके चद्दर जो है वो उड़ जाता है और प्रहलाद के ऊपर गिर जाता है, इसलिए प्रहलाद बच जाते हैं और होलिका जल जाती है. But let me tell you the other part of होलिका, कि आज तक उसकी पूजा क्यों होती है. Why? What is the reason? Like she is still being coming from a clan of demons. Why she is still worshipped till this date? So when it comes to the backdrop of the story, जो कि बहुत कम लोगों को पता है, the backdrop of the story is जो होलिका थी, she was, although she came from the clan of demons, but she still loved Prahlad very much. उनको प्रहलाद से बहुत प्रेम था. And at the same time, despite coming from a lineage of demons, she had good thoughts. She knows what was dharma and what was karma. So it does not mean where we have taken birth. It is also an indication that there is a possibility of getting moksha, of getting liberation. So our births are not bound that if I take birth here only I can get liberation. Now coming back to the same thing, when it is said that Holika was sitting covered with the shawl and a gush of wind came and it covered Prahlad, in this case, if you literally see the meaning of that word that has been used, जो वायु का वहां पे इस्तेमाल किया गया है, like the usage of that word, it not only means just the external wind, it means the wind of change in your thought. The change in your thought. That is what exactly happened to Holika there. What did she do? When she was sitting there and she saw that the fire is burning, she already had love towards Prahlad. And at the same time, she was also knowing that this is not the right thing that she is doing. So you know what she did? There was a change in her thought. She completely took the shawl out and covered Prahlad. Or else just think of when Prahlad was sitting in the lap of Holika, how can that cover Prahlad and Holika would have been burnt? In this case, you have to understand one thing, the beauty of that love that they had. She chose to save Prahlad and burn herself down. Itna prem koi nahi kar sakta. So when we look at these backdrops of the things, you just see what happened. Even why I started this session today, I said, this day has the capacity and capability to even change your thoughts. आपके विचारों को बदलने की क्षमता है इसमें. सो इफ यू डू द राइट थिंग्स टुडे, the nature, the universe, the cosmos is also in the same alignment, and you have the power to change yourself on this very day. So when it comes to that space, उन्होंने प्रहलाद को बचाया एक कहानी की तरफ से अगर ये देखा जाए. और ये विचार कहाँ से आते हैं, लाइक वेयर डिड शी गॉट दिस थॉट फ्रॉम? कहीं ना कहीं ये विष्णु की माया शक्ति होगी. जहां पे कोई भी चीज ना हो सके और वो हो जाती है, उसे विष्णु की माया कहते हैं. सो व्हेन दिस थिंग हैज हैपेंड, आई जस्ट प्रे दैट सच काइंड ऑफ even maya of Vishnu comes to you. This is the only maya that I like. The other maya binds you, this maya liberates you. And when on this day these things are working out, today is also a very specific day जहां पे आप सारे साबर मंत्रों का अगर आप जाप करते तो आप सिद्ध कर सकते हो. So coming to the sabar mantras, many of you have already been doing the Batuk Bhairav jap constantly, regularly. उसके अलावा भी महानिर्वाण में अगर आपके पास कोई मंत्र है जो आप रेगुलरली करते हो और वो साबर मंत्र है, इफ यू कैन डू दैट टुडे टू द मैक्सिमम, वो सिद्ध हो जाता है, उसकी प्रसिद्धि हो जाती है और यू गेट द ब्लेसिंग्स डायरेक्टली. टाइमिंग क्या है? जो होलिका दहन का जो समय आज का दिया गया है, इट इज इन इंडियन IST टाइम, इट इज अराउंड लाइक 11:05 to 12 o'clock. मान के ये चलो 11:13 से लेके 11:53 या 54 तक है शायद. सो एज पर योर लोकल टाइमिंग्स, बट उतना स्पेसिफिक होने की जरूरत नहीं. इफ यू आर स्टार्टिंग 30 minutes earlier and ending after 30 minutes also, no problem. What you should do today, if specifically if you have an option to go and sit near the Holika Dahan, yes, night, if you have the option of sitting near a Holika Dahan, वहां पे अगर आप बैठ के जाप कर पाओ, because many places people don't go out to see it, they also do the Holika Dahan at their homes, अपने घरों में बनाते हैं. और आपने देखा होगा कि many places people take this cow dung, they make a kind of cakes of it and they put it a thread inside that, and I say create a garland and they put it on the holika as well. That is also the same process, because earlier when these people would not go out, they would do a holika dahan in their homes as well. And this process, the gud ka jo process kal maine bataya tha, if you are doing that, you know what to do because all the instructions have been given. Along with that, जैसे मैंने कहा कि अगर आप सावर मंत्रों का जाप आज करते हो, या तो कोई भी मंत्र जो आपने सबसे ज्यादा किया है, मीन्स द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ टाइम एनी मंत्र दैट यू हैव डन, इफ यू डू दैट टुडे, it would have a very good impact on all of us. So I believe like you know what mantra you have done earlier, and if you do that mantra, at least try to do 5 माला. 5 माला तो करने की कोशिश करो. नहीं हो पा रहा है 1 माला करो, बट करो, डू इट. ओके. और बिकॉज एब्सोल्युटली गुरु मंत्र अगर आपको मिला हुआ है, आप उस माला उस मंत्र का भी जाप कर सकते हो. देयर इज नो, दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ टाइम द मंत्र दैट यू हैव डन, उस मंत्र को लेके जाप करो. कुछ नहीं आता, मंत्र नहीं पता. I don't have any sabar mantra, I don't have any guru mantra, I don't have any mantra to chant, neither I know any mantra that I can chant. इसमें आपके जो इष्ट देव हैं उनका कोई नाम ले लो. You can take the name of Ram, Radha, Krishna, Shiv, Mahadev, whichever way, क्योंकि इन सब के मंत्र तो बड़े सरल हैं, बड़े सीधे हैं और हम सबको भी पता भी है. So if you are not able to do that, you can just take the name of that Ram, Ram, Ram. If you do that also, that is also good. But क्योंकि आपने बटुक भैरव का जाप किया हुआ है, if you have not done any other jap to the maximum number of time, but I know like Batuk Bhairav is something that we are continuing. So if you do that, that is also a great thing to do. There are many siddhis that can be taken upon this night, but as I was a little busy with work and all those things. I could not have told you, or else tonight we would have done one process to do a siddhi of a particular yantra. I don't know. I'll just put a. Let me see if that works. In Mahanirvana, I will put something today. So, एक वज्र कवच होता है, वज्र पंजर. उसकी सिद्धि 1 घंटे में की जा सकती है. Within 1.5 hours उसकी सिद्धि की जा सकती है. We will try to see if it is possible, because based on the other things that we have already scheduled, अगर समय मिला तो, if it works, I will put the message in the group so that you people also do the sadhana. One specific thing that will be required in this is आप जिस भी देवी देवता को मानते, especially for small kids, अगर हनुमान का जो गदा होता है ना, द मेस ऑफ हनुमान, उसका अगर छोटा सा गदा आपको मिल जाए, वो भी चांदी का. Now that's going to be a typical thing. I know, like I should have told earlier, but this is what it is. अगर मिल जाता है तो उसको कैसे सिद्ध किया जा सकता है वो बताया जा सकता है. We can teach you that, but I know it is not going to be possible. So at least what we can do is, let me find out an alternative for that. उसके बदले क्या किया जा सकता है. At least we will be doing the sadhana and keeping it with us. Okay, हमारे पास तो रहने दो, शायद अगले बार के लिए काम आएगा. So that already we know how to do that. So Mahanirvan, please be ready for tonight. I'll send the message for timings and all those things. कब होना है, कैसे होना है. It might be late in the night, but I believe you people can handle that. Okay. So coming back to this, आज के दिन, on this auspicious day, again जैसे मैंने कहा कि ये मंत्रों की तो सिद्धि की जा सकती है, साथ ही साथ आज के दिन कई सारे लोग ये भी मानते हैं कि आज काम दहन भी होता है. हालांकि देयर इज ए कंट्रोवर्सी दैट गोज ऑन. इट सेज लाइक जो कामदेव हैं, जब व्हेन वी ऑल नो, लाइक after Sati passed away, like she jumped into the fire, and after that Shiva was devastated, and when Vishnu cut it into different spaces, like Shiva went into a very typical state and he went into samadhi. And we all know, like Tarakasur would not die if Shiva would not have a son, and all the stories goes on. We all know that. पार्वती से विवाह नहीं होगा, पार्वती से विवाह नहीं होगा तो पुत्र नहीं होगा, पुत्र नहीं होगा तो तारकासुर नहीं मरेगा. So we all know the story, and we all know, like during, like when Shiva was sitting in his absolute a place of samadhi, we all know what all the gods and goddesses came and asked Kamdev and Rati to do the process so that Shiva awakes and gets married to Parvati. And we all know, like if you look at the Vasant Ritu, it is exactly just like that. See how beautifully all these things are arranged in such a way that it is also coinciding with the nature. आप सोचो, just before the spring, what was there? कड़ाके की सर्दी. It was so cold out there. So when it was so cold, everything was frozen. Is it not just like when Shiva is in absolute samadhi and everything is frozen? अब सोचो, अगर शिव आंख बंद करके बैठ जाए तो क्या होगा. हर जगह पे ऐसे मानो जैसे सारे चीजें अपना रंग खो देती है. All that you see is white. All the leaves fall down and all the things, and it becomes like a very typical space. So मानो जैसे शिव समाधि में है. Then what happens? Then Kam and Rati comes and they, उन्होंने वाण चलाया, means they threw the arrow. And then from Vasant Panchami, if you see, the entire nature becomes colorful. And when the entire nature becomes colorful, even the birds that you don't hear them singing in the winter, you start hearing, especially cuckoo, koel. But down south, we don't have that problem. क्योंकि जब सर्दी का मौसम आता है तो कोयल साउथ के तरफ आ जाते हैं. So people down in south, they don't miss the voice of cuckoo, but in the eastern and northeastern side उनको प्रॉब्लम होता है, वहां पे वो कोयल की आवाज उन्हें सुनाई नहीं देती. But as this वसंत ऋतु आता है, they fly back to that space, and then by looking at the beautiful mangoes, अब तो लटक रहे हैं हर जगह पे जाके, and they start singing, and that's how it happens. Now coming to दिस पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट, कंट्रोवर्सी इज दैट, सब कहते हैं कि, कोई कहता है कि पंचमी के दिन मीन्स बसंत पंचमी, जो सरस्वती की पूजा की जाती है, उस दिन काम का दहन हुआ था. और कोई लोग आज के दिन मतलब होलिका के दिन ये मनाते हैं कि लाइक टुडे ऑन द डे ऑफ होलिका इट वाज द कामदेव दैट वाज burnt by Shiva from by looking at from his third eye. So this is all the concept that we all know. But let me tell you one specific thing that we should learn from this day. मैंने आपको पहले भी कह रखा है, देयर आर 4 काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स फॉर लाइफ. क्या क्या है? 4 धर्म क्या है आपके जीवन के? एक है धर्म, अर्थ, काम, मोक्ष. एंड वी ऑल नो 4 नाइट्स आर ऑल्सो देयर, जैसे हमने की विचार करके रखा था, लाइक वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. धर्म मीन्स दशहरा, अर्थ लक्ष्मी पूजा दिवाली, धर्म अर्थ काम होलिका, और मोक्ष जो रक्षाबंधन का जो दिन होता है. सो कमिंग टू दिस डे, जो काम का जो दहन हुआ था, मीन्स धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष, दीज आर द 4 पिलर्स ऑफ आवर लाइफ. सो दिस इज द थर्ड पिलर, मतलब काम जो है, इट कैन बी one thing, means you should have a control over your desires and all those things that we are speaking of, but at the same time काम के ऊपर विजय means winning over it. Now when you look at Kamdev or Shiva, one typical thing, when I'm listening to this story again and again, I came to realize one thing, that this is also one day, काम का और एक मतलब ये हो सकता है अपने बारे में सोचना, only thinking about yourself, selfishness, right? कि मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए. So that is a selfishness that we can also, that word term can be used for that. But when I look at Kamdev on that particular day and he went to do that, I understood one thing. He forgot that it is not only for me. He must be knowing that what could be the end result if I awake Shiva, right? अगर मैं शिव को जगा देता हूं, उसका क्या रिजल्ट हो सकता है, वो कुछ तो जानता होगा. But despite that, he went ahead. Why? उसने अपने बारे में नहीं, जग के कल्याण के बारे में सोचा. He did not thought about himself. He thought about the other people of this world. And this is where I also think like this particular day can have a change in mind, where you stop only thinking about this world, you and your things. You start thinking beyond about it. And that's why it is a night of spirituality. और साथ ही साथ आप दूसरे तरीके से भी अगर आप देखोगे, if you look at Shiva also was thinking only about himself, and he said, so stop everything, I don't want to do anything. On this night, he again changed everything and he started looking towards the world. It is not only about me, it's all about the creation. Is it not beautiful to understand these simple things in this space? कि जहां पे आप अपने बारे में छोड़ के दूसरों के बारे में सोचना शुरू कर देते हो. एंड कमिंग फ्रॉम द ग्लूमी पार्ट ऑफ योर ओन वर्ल्ड, व्हेन यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द कलर्स इनटू द वर्ल्ड, आपके अंदर छिपे हुए जितने रस है उसको जब आप बाहर करते हो, व्हेन यू थिंक अबाउट द वर्ल्ड, यू स्टार्ट गिविंग पीपल, यू स्टार्ट हेल्पिंग पीपल, व्हाट हैपेंस? द ब्यूटी ऑफ योर इनर क्वालिटी शाइन्स. आपके अंदर की जो सुंदरता है वो चमकने लगती है. एंड इन ऑर्डर टू पोर्ट्रे दैट, होलिका के दूसरे दिन रंग खेले जाते हैं. ये नहीं कहा जाता तू रंग लेके आया है तभी लगाऊंगा. सब रंग अपने पैसे से खरीदते हैं और लगाते हैं. What does that indicate? That means what is yours, you are starting to distribute, you are starting to spread that beautiful colors in the life of others. और साथ ही साथ क्या हो जाता है इससे? What happens? When you are distributing the colors, automatically colors also come to you. ये इतना सुंदर तरीके से है. शायद आप 1 रंग या 2 रंग या 3 रंग खरीदे होंगे, लेकिन अगर आप होली खेलने जाते हो, जब आप वापस आते हो, व्हेन यू रिटर्न बैक, हाउ मेनी कलर्स आर देयर ऑन यू? ये सिंपल वे ऑफ नेचर है. इट सेज व्हेन यू आर गिविंग वन, यू गेट मेनी. आप संसार को एक रंग देते हो, आपको अनेक रंग मिल जाते हैं. आप संसार को एक खुशी देते हो, आपको अनेक खुशियां मिल जाते हैं. जब आप बांटने जाते हो तो आपकी झोली भर जाती है. When you go to distribute, your things are also taken care of. Your life that was till this date बिल्कुल बेरंग, एक ही रंग लेके घूमते हो सालों भर, ये एक दिन है जहां पे आपका रंग बदलने लगता है. Why? It is said, at least from this day, you should look something new. And this indicates a new beginning of our lives. तो शायद आज तक जिस तरीके से जिए, आज तक जिस तरीके से we have lived till this date, I think like this is also again a day to change so many things in our lives. Yes, people have started playing Holi with flowers as well. That's good. But Vedic culture के हिसाब से it should be played with natural colors, जो flower से बनते हैं, मिट्टी से बनता है, वो chemicals नहीं. I cannot give a pravachan on that because I did that too. So I'm not a good person to give you advice on all those things because I have done all kind of mischievous things in my childhood and people still remember me for that. And now, yes, Vitika ji, the Teshu ke phool jo hote. Now they have started playing, especially if you go to Giriraj Mandir, if you go to the ISKCON temples and all those things. Today they start playing with this, I think like tomorrow they have it. Oh no, today is Sunday, no? Today they have the flower Holi. बट आप लोगों को अगर होली खेलना है तो फ्लावर से मत खेलो, खेलना है तो गुलाल से खेलो. At least mark something on your face that I am also on the path of change. I am not what I was till this date. And this is my new face. And this is not just my new face, it is also a new phase of life. So from this day on, I invite the love of Radha and Krishna onto me. क्योंकि होली का जो त्योहार है वो राधा और कृष्ण के बिना नहीं हो सकता. तो अगर आपके जीवन में भी उनका ग्रेस चाहिए, इफ यू रियली वांट टू ब्रिंग दैट ग्रेस इनटू योर लाइफ, आई वुड सजेस्ट वन सिंपल थिंग. हमारे घर में तो हम ऐसे ही खेलते हैं. आभा जी, सुधा जी, इन लोगों को भी पता होगा, दिस पीपल स्पेशली राजन जी, इन लोगों को तो पता ही होगा कि हाउ दे प्ले. कमलेंदर जी एंड ऑल दोस पीपल स्पेशली ऑन टुवर्ड्स द नॉर्दर्न साइड ऑफ इंडिया, इनको सबको पता है कि वो पहले रंग इंसानों के साथ नहीं, वो पहले रंग भगवान के साथ खेलते हैं. They play Holi first with Kanha ji and Radha and then they play with anybody else. इसीलिए आपके घर में कोई होली खेले ना खेले, because many people are there, those who don't want any other color in their life except the color they already have. बोले हमारे पास बहुत कलर है, हमको एक्स्ट्रा नहीं चाहिए. Okay, for those people what you should do, थोड़ा सा ले लो गुलाल, अबीर, जो कहते हो आप उसे, उसको लाओ अपने घर में. जो भगवान है, सारे भगवान के ऊपर, उनके चरणों के ऊपर थोड़ा थोड़ा डाल दो. It's not to put on their face, it's all to put there on their feet. And then take that and put it on your forehead, at least if you cannot put it on your cheeks and all those things. यहाँ से आशीर्वाद मिलता है. This is the grace that we can have in our lives. कुछ तो है. At least if you don't have colors also, सिंदूर तो है आपके घर में, उतना तो उनके पैरों पे चढ़ा के लगा सकते हो. That is also grace. Because on this day, we all know that the gods also play Holi. जब भगवान होली खेलते हैं और हम जिस भगवान को मानते हैं, हम कैसे ना खेलें. आपके घर में बिल्कुल वितिका जी ने जैसे सच बताया कि आपके घर में हल्दी हो सकता है, आपके घर में कुमकुम हो सकता है, आपके घर में, राजन जी के घर में तो कुमकुम जी है, तो हल्दी हो, कुमकुम हो या सिंदूर हो, उससे भी आप कर ही सकते हैं. तो जिस तरीके से भी हो, भगवान के साथ, सी these are the places where you have the greatest connect with the divine. क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपका भगवान भगवान होके नहीं खड़ा है आपके सामने. इस दिन आपका भगवान आपके साथ, आपके मित्र बन के खड़े हैं. He is saying, come on, let's play. And this is the day when you should play it. कुछ भी करो, थोड़ा सा भी हो, खेल दो. एटलीस्ट इन द इवनिंग टुडे पुट, क्योंकि आज छोटी होली है, जैसे छोटी दिवाली होती है वैसे छोटी होली है. आज थोड़े थोड़े करके तो भी गुलाल अपने भगवान के मंदिर, जो मंदिर आपके घर में, उनके पास थोड़े थोड़े गुलाल चढ़ा ही दो, और कल उस गुलाल को उठाना, पहले लगाना, फिर जाना खेलने होली, तब मजा आता है। देन इट वुड बी समथिंग वेरी स्पेसिफिक। यस, दूसरा चीज आप क्या कर सकते हो, दिस इज ऑल्सो द डे ऑफ ग्रेस, दिस इज ऑल्सो द डे ऑफ ब्लेसिंग्स। जैसे आपने भगवान के चरणों में आपने गुलाल लगाया, वैसे ही आपके घर में जो बड़े हैं, the bigger people, specifically the elder people of your home, those who are, those who you should take blessings from, उनके पैरों में भी डाला जा सकता है। अपने बच्चों को ये सिखाना चाहिए कि एटलीस्ट माँ बाप के पैरों के ऊपर तो गुलाल डाल के उसको तिलक करना चाहिए। Okay, I understand everybody now, everybody is putting directly on their face. I understand that, but it should begin with something. ये सारे दिनों को, you know, especially if you go to Vrindavan and those places, they don't put directly color. If females are coming, ये लठमार जो होली होती है, वो शुरू क्यों हुई थी, वो भी बहुत प्यारी कहानी है। क्योंकि जब होली दिन आते और जब होली के नगाड़े बजने लगते, मीन्स द ड्रम्स ऑफ होली स्टार्ट बीटिंग, वहां तो 1 महीने से चल रहा है। when the drums of Holi start beating, all the boys also go towards, running towards where are the girls, so we should play along with them and put colors. But there is a culture, a beautiful culture that they do. Let's say if a gang of boys is going and a gang of girls are coming, they won't put color on their face, they would throw the colors into the air, and then that would fall onto the girls. वो एक बहुत मतलब है म्यूचुअल रेस्पेक्ट दैट वी सी, इट इज सो अमेजिंग आउट देयर। वो कहते हैं कि वो कहते हैं हो रही है कह के ऊपर फेंक देते, दे डोंट गो एंड पुट इट ऑन देयर फेस, वो ऊपर फेंक देते एंड दैट कलर्स व्हेन दे फॉल। एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर लाइक इफ यू रियली वांट टू, I in my childhood when we used to play with these colors, my father used to put perfumes into that. And he says, why only color? Why not also smell good? So that when you put on somebody, they would also smell good and it feels so amazing out in that space. मतलब ये सारी चीजें क्या है? What are these indicators? What are these celebrations? What are these crazy things? These are not crazy things. These are the ways through which you express yourself. Have you seen like people don't play Holi, they lock their doors and they sit inside their homes, and then some people like us go. वो कभी ताला तोड़ देते हैं, कभी छत से उतरते हैं, तो कभी किसी भी तरीके से घर के अंदर चले जाते हैं। What is the reason? Also, it is another indication that in this world, if you are sitting aloof, away from dharma, away from spirituality, may the God enter into your house, break the locks, jump into the wall, come anyway and put his colors on you. मुझे लगता है ये सारे त्योहारों का असलियत ये होता है that even if I am sitting my face away, कि मेरे को नहीं खेलना है, मुझे स्पिरिचुअलिटी में नहीं जाना है, or you have been in spirituality, you have been playing, but there have been certain changes in your life due to which you are not playing anymore. आपको लगता है कि मैं बड़ा हो गया और होली क्या खेलूं? होली खेलने का कोई उम्र नहीं होता है। आप जाओ अगेन वृंदावन, 80, 90, 100 साल के भी लोग हैं, वो भी होली खेलते हैं। उनके अंदर कुछ अलग ही उमंग आ जाता है, कुछ अलग ही तरंग आ जाता है और उधर नाचने लगते हैं वो सारे लोग। सो देर इज नो एज. Is there an age to play holy with God is my question. Is there an age to be a little happy? ऐसा कोई उम्र है क्या कि नहीं मेरी उम्र हो गई अब के बाद से मैं हंसूंगा नहीं, I won't smile after this age? That would be foolishness. So similarly, celebrations का भी कोई उम्र नहीं होता, कोई एज नहीं होता है. So all that I pray is, even if you have stopped your sadhana, may this day the divine find its way. और वो ताला तोड़ के आपके घर में घुसे और आपको रंग लगा के जाए. May that color of divinity touch all of us. How can the divinity touch all of us? In a very simple way, we'll do a meditation. A very specific, simple meditation. जितना ताला लगाना है लगा के बैठो, आज रंग लगेगा. और I still remember in the last year also I was speaking that there are certain people, राधा कलर लेके कृष्ण के पास आती है तो कृष्ण पूछते हैं, सो राधा हैव यू कम टू पुट कलर्स ऑन मी, मेरे ऊपर रंग लगाने आई है? तो राधा कहती है, नहीं नहीं, रंग लगाने नहीं, कृष्ण से रंग लगवाने आई हूँ। आई हैव नॉट कम हियर टू पुट कलर्स ऑन कृष्णा बट टू बी कलर्ड बाय कृष्णा। तो ये जो सारे लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं आज टुडे, व्हिच एवर पीपल वी आर ऑल सिटिंग हियर, आई बिलीव लाइक वी आल्सो कम फ्रॉम द सेम कैटेगरी ऑफ पीपल, कि भाई हम रंग लगा सके ना लगा सके, वेदर वी कैन पुट कलर ऑन यू और नॉट, बट वी आर हियर टू बी कलर्ड बाय यू। तुम्हारा आशीर्वाद, तुम्हारा प्रेम, तुम्हारा रंग हम पे चढ़ जाए। और हम अब जब आई वॉज टॉकिंग लाइक, जब हम जगन्नाथपुरी गए थे दैट डे इट वॉज टू हॉट एंड द कलर चेंज्ड। कुछ लोगों को जो कहते हैं कि सन टैन हो गया। So when we returned, Iman was asking, Papa, what happened? Your color has changed. I said, yes, it has. And he asked, is it because of the summer? You got a suntan? I said, no. मेरा suntan नहीं हुआ। फिर क्या हुआ? मेरा जगन्नाथ का रंग लग गया। The color of Jagannath has touched me. And that's why my color has changed. अरे क्या, suntan तो हर कोई होता है, भगवान के रंग में कौन रंगता है भाई? So if you can get that color, what better? मैं तो कहता, अरे जगन्नाथ के दर्शन सही नहीं हुए लेकिन उसका रंग मुझ पे चढ़ गया, इसका मतलब उसने मुझे अपना लिया। वेदर आई सॉ हिम और नॉट, ही सॉ मी, दैट्स मोर इम्पोर्टेंट। और जब मैं आज शशि जी को देखता हूं, दोनों देखो काले रंग में बैठे हुए, फिर ऊपर राजन जी को देखता हूँ वो भी काले रंग में बैठे हुए, ये भी लगता है कहीं ना कहीं किसी तरीके से रंग गए हैं। They have also colored themselves. And there is another specific thing that people do on this Holi. आपने देखा होगा, people wear white color cloths on this day. White color white प्रतीक है स्वच्छता का। It's a portrait of cleanliness. That means मैं जब आज होली खेलने जाऊंगा, I will go with a clean heart, with a clean mind, with a clean thought. And then the colors of the divine will color me down to all the colors that they want. Do you know what color is going to touch you? You don't know that. So similarly, I just close my eyes and I play the Holi with the gods today. Are we ready? पोशाक सारे बदल जाएंगे, सारे लोग सफेद कपड़े में होंगे। And don't worry, your imaginations are wild. You can wear white cloth in your imagination within a second. आपको समय नहीं लगता कपड़े बदलने में। आंख बंद करो, जैसा देखना चाहो वैसे दिखोगे, अगर वैसा दिख सकते हो। सो वी विल स्टार्ट दिस प्रोसेस, एज आई से वी ऑलवेज स्टार्ट दिस प्रोसेस फ्रॉम कंसंट्रेशन टू इमेजिनेशन टू एक्सपीरियंसिंग द मैजिक। सो ये तीनों चीजें आज फिर करेंगे। विल स्टार्ट विथ कंसंट्रेशन, इमेजिनेशन, एंड देन कहां खो जाओगे ये पता नहीं चलेगा, वेयर यू विल जस्ट वैनिश। और वैसे भी शिवरात्रि की साधनाएं आप लोगों ने की है, शिवरात्रि के प्रोसेसेस आप लोगों ने किया है। You all know, like when we were doing this process of purification on that day, the Rudraksh का जो process मैं कर रहा था, you must have seen that clipping or video, I believe. देखते कि I would like to people to, if somebody can create that clipping. That clipping, when I went this time to my hometown, I have become more famous because of that particular video rather than who I am. When I went there, there was this celebration for Iman, right? कमलेंद्र जी, आधा से ज्यादा जो हमारे पड़ोसी हैं या तो जो मेरे रिलेटिव्स हैं, they all came together and the only question they were asking is, how are you doing that? मैं बोला, किसी ने मुझे पूछा, मुंह में पेट्रोल रखा रहूंगा। अच्छा पेट्रोल रख के आपके साथ बात कैसे करूं मैं? Then I actually told them, now you should understand what is the power of a mantra. That too, on that day, the people, those who were in that room, you know what kind of fire was coming out of just by utterance of a word. एक शब्द बोलने से वो आग कैसे जलता है. And let me tell you, I was doing it in under a controlled way. अगर उस मंत्र को मैं संपूर्णता से चलाऊं, ये पूरा छत तक जाएगा वो फायर. So it simply indicates that there is a power of utterance of particular words. जब आप उसकी सिद्धि कर लेते हो, जब आप उस मंत्र को एक ही बार बोलते हो, वो आग का रिएक्शन कैसा था? इट्स अ वेरी टिपिकल. कुछ लोग तो आंख बंद करके बैठते बोलते अचानक क्या हो गया. So that was also again a purification process that we did, and we invoked that energy into the Rudraksh. और सच में हम रुद्राक्ष रख के we gave certain Rudraksh to certain people, then we went to the other place to do the process. When we returned, all the Rudraksh are gone. पूरा मटका खाली है. There is no Rudraksh in that. जिनको then I realized one thing. जिसको लेके जाना था वो लेके चला गया. जिनको देना था वो देके चला गया. Has anyone seen who took the Rudraksh? When was the pot emptied? Has anyone seen? फिर रुद्राक्ष गया कहाँ? See, this is where I say, if you focus on the processes that we do, you will realize that there is a power of divine that always works in that space. आपके बिना जाने कुछ चीजें हो जाती है जब तक आपको बताया नहीं जाता. देखो उसको जितनों को देना था, whomever it has to give, it has given there. We moved there. The pot was still as is. But when we returned, there is not a single Rudraksh left. So who took it away? आपने सुना ना कि गिरनार में लोग मुनि होते हैं, ऋषि होते हैं. They come, they go into the pond, they take the shower, but they don't come out. That was just a simple example that I wanted to show you people that it is possible. आपके सामने चीजें हैं and they will vanish. And this time on Shivratri, even if you did notice, now you realize what happened. The invocation power was given, the invocation was done, the power was installed. Then finally you saw the same thing I was doing. I went out, I went it out, I returned back and I did the same thing and it went off. So all the people, those who experienced that, you know what happened. Now you know what happened also, that you didn't notice. रुद्राक्ष ऐसे गायब नहीं हो जाते. That means what we offered, whom we offered, has accepted it. That means if you have that Rudraksh, you should know the power of that. Okay. Chalo. So that was about Shivratri, because all that I wanted to say is the purification process has been done. And now we are all here. Let's start the meditation. Yeah, it's okay, Aditi ji. I can understand that you are traveling. So all the other people, please find a calm, quiet place. Anyways, you are sitting in a place which you have already selected that you can sit quietly. If possible, please keep your cameras on so that I can know, I can guide you in the right space if you are deviating anywhere. अगर possible हो तो कैमरा ऑन रखिएगा. हाँ, before that, if you want to drink water, go to the washroom, go, come back, take 1 minute's time. Because I don't know, I might be doing that this process for 5 minutes or 50 minutes. I don't know. So become comfortable, find a beautiful place, And more than that, become beautiful is the question here. So if you can just type yes when you are ready, so that I know like everybody is back. Dim the lights if possible. Okay, Ashuji, I believe like everybody must be ready by this time. Okay. So just I still see people moving, so I'll just wait for a little more time. All the people, those who are ready, you can just sit, close your eyes. If you are sitting on the floor, sit cross-legged. Keep your spine erect, neck and head posture normal without any strain on the body. आराम से बैठ जाओ, बिल्कुल शांत. Now, as it is the day of Holi, होलिका की पहले दिन है आज, होली का. It should be a playful thing. So you have to forget your age anyways. वैसे भी आपकी उम्र इतनी ज्यादा तो हुई नहीं है. So whatever your age is. But now you have to become a little playful, a little child like. अगर आप नीचे नहीं बैठ सकते, आप कुर्सी के ऊपर बैठे हो, just cross your legs. Keep your hands in a comfortable posture. You can keep your hands in your lap, on your knees, whichever is feasible for you. बिल्कुल relaxed. One amazing thing will happen. And the amazing thing is, just the very moment you are closing your eyes, and you know that we are going to play this game of Holi today, and none other than with the gods that we love, and especially Radha and Krishna. Many of you already have seen them in a child form, already as if they are waiting for you outside. जैसे ही मैंने कहा कि ये होलिका का मेडिटेशन, एंड द मोमेंट यू क्लोज योर आइज, अच्छा, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी सीन राधा एंड कृष्णा एज इफ दे आर हाइडिंग समवेयर एंड पुटिंग देयर हैंड्स, दे हैव कलर्स इन देयर हैंड्स एंड दे आर जस्ट वेटिंग टू कम टुवर्ड्स यू. योर स्माइल विल टेल मी, यू डोंट हैव टू रेज योर हैंड्स, क्योंकि मुझे दिख चुका है. एंड वट एवर आई सी, आई नो यू विल ऑल्सो सी. बिकॉज द मोमेंट आई क्लोज द आइज, वॉट आई सॉ इज, दो बच्चे खड़े हैं. There are two kids out there. And as if वो होता है ना कि when you wanted to play Holi, your friends hiding somewhere and they say, okay, are you ready? तू बाहर आ बस. Just you come out and see what I do. Now these two people are hiding there. Let them be there. We will reach out to them anyways. वो तो पहुंच गए हैं. See, before we even invited, they are already there. So now let's begin the process. And they will keep on coming in front of you again and again throughout the meditation. Whenever they come, it will bring a smile on your face. Don't stop that. Smile. There is no restriction to that. Okay, जब भी सामने वो दिखे, एक मुस्कुराहट चेहरे पे आ जानी चाहिए, क्योंकि वो लोग भी बड़े, they are also ready to play. Now, just become as silent, quiet and calm as you can. बिल्कुल शांत और स्थिर हो जाएं. In order to become calm and quiet, you can just make your breath a little slower. मतलब अपनी सांसों को थोड़ी धीमी गति से चलाएं. Make it a little slower means slow breathing in and slow breathing out. सांसें धीरे और गहरी चलेंगी. The breath will be slow and deep. And if you know the process of slow breathing, you also know that within no time you become calm, quiet, and serene within yourself. Now, when we are concentrating, जैसे जैसे आप अपना ध्यान लगा रहे हो, वैसे वैसे शुद्धिकरण हो रहा है. मीन्स प्यूरिफिकेशन प्रोसेस इज ऑल्सो हैपनिंग ऑटोमेटिकली. And slowly your colors of the clothes that you are wearing are also converting themselves into white. आपने जो भी कपड़े पहने हैं वो सारे कपड़ों का रंग सफेद हो जा रहा है. Continue the breathing process until your entire color of the clothes change to white. बिल्कुल धीरे सांसें अंदर और धीरे से बाहर. मानो आप सुखद क्रिया कर रहे हो. Absolute stillness. Yet there is a wave within you. आपके अंदर एक लहर की तरह है. The wave that is actually filling your heart with happiness. As if you are standing in front of a big ocean, the ocean of the divine. And the waves are rolling down towards you and touching you in your heart. They are also washing away all that is not needed in your life. आपके जीवन में जो कुछ नहीं चाहिए वो सारे चीजों को अपने साथ वापस ले जा रहा है. And slowly you see you are not only the color of your dress have changed to white, but within and outside you look like a radiant bright light. You are just burning bright. मानो आप संपूर्णता से एक सफेद रंग का उजाला बन चुके हो. Just like a light. Continue to be in this space and continue to breathe easily. इसी अवस्था में रहें और धीरे धीरे सांसें चलती रहें. Merge into it as much as possible while looking at yourself that you have become a completely bright light entity. आप एकदम एक सफेद उजाले की तरह बन चुके हो. Relax. Absolutely still, quiet, and relaxed. Now, when you are sitting there and you are radiating light from within yourself, मानो जैसे आप एक अंधेरे घर में बैठे हो और आपके अंदर की रोशनी इतना ज्यादा फैल चुकी है कि दैट द एंटायर रूम हैज बिकम लाइटेड अप. You are radiating so much light that the dark room has become radiant with your light. Take your time. The entire room should be brighten up. Now, when this light is filled up, imagine you are sitting in a big room and the door opens. The door of that room opens and you can see two people standing there. Two kids. Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Radha. And along with him comes a small little another boy with a trident in his hand. New entry. वो भी उनके जैसा. A small little one. One wearing a yellow dhoti. A green knot. And Radha wearing a beautiful attire. All dressed up to celebrate Holi. Now they slowly come towards you. Now you look at your hands. And although you are all white, the moment you're opening your hands, you can see colors in that. And from nowhere, the gulal appears in your hand as well. आपके हाथों में भी रंग है. And now when these three little guests appear in front of you, watch their walking. उनके चलने का तरीका देखो. It's mischievous. मानो कुछ छुपा के लेके आए हैं. As if they are hiding something. But slowly coming towards you, holding something in their hands behind them. हाथों को अपने पीछे रखते हुए आपकी तरफ बढ़ते चले आ रहे हैं. They look so attractive, they look so beautiful that you cannot remove your eyes from them, let alone having other thoughts. As they come near to you, you get up. And now the colors that you have, you put it in their feet. आपके हाथ में जो रंग है वो आप उनके चरणों में डाल दो. As you put the colors on their feet, they put their hands on your head. And now not only put hand on your head, they also put color on you. मानो आपको बिठा के आपके साथ होली खेल रहे हो. And then when they are playing color with you, you also start playing along with them. You run out of the room along with them. And there you see huge gathering of Radha and Krishna. Because all that you are looking at, everyone looks like them. जहां देखो, जिसे देखो, वही दिखाई दे रहा है. Is all that. Among them, try to find me because I am also there. And there is all colors everywhere. And now we start singing. Singing the praise song of Radha. Because she is the Raseshwari, means the one, the master, the mistress and the master of the Rasa Leela. And Raseshwari, the one who is filled with love, who is filled with happiness. It's as if honey dripping within by just looking at her. And we all start dancing. And if you could still not look at me, you will now. Because now I'm going to sing. वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयितारोहिणी कान्हुमनमोहिनी राधे कान्हुमनमोहिनी राधे वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयितारोहिणी कान्हुमनमोहिनी राधे कान्हुमनमोहिनी राधे. And then all of you join us. And all of you start singing along with me. Jaya Radhe ki Radhe Krishna. Jaya Radhe ki Radhe. Now you are singing Radhe, 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 Radhe. So while I keep on singing the song, you all keep on doing the rhythmic dance along with it. वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयितारोहिणी वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयितारोहिणी कानुमनमोहिनी राधे कानुमनमोहिनी राधे जय राधे की राधे कृष्ण जय राधे की राधे जय राधे की राधे कृष्ण जय राधे की राधे वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयितारोहिणी वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयितारोहिणी कानुमनमोहिनी राधे कानुमनमोहिनी राधे जय राधे की राधे कृष्ण जय राधे की राधे जय राधे की राधे कृष्ण जय राधे की राधे वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयिता रोहिणी वृषभानुनन्दिनी रमयिता रोहिणी कानुमनमोहिनी राधे कानुमनमोहिनी राधे जय राधे की राधे कृष्ण जय राधे की राधे जय राधे की राधे कृष्ण जय राधे की राधे 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 राधे. Now you all keep on chanting that name. Vrishabhanunandini Ramayita Rohini Vrishabhanunandini Ramayita Rohini Kanumanamohini Radhe Kanumanamohini Radhe Vrishabhanunandini Ramayita Rohini Vrishabhanunandini Ramayita Rohini कानुमनमोहिनी राधे 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 राधे. And this chanting goes on and on and on and on. And there you see that you are standing there, and now Krishna is putting colors on you. Because today we have not come here to put colors on Krishna. We are here to be colored by him. And you just stand there and let all the colors of the divine not just touch you, may it touch your soul and liberate you from this colorless world to the divine world of colors of the divinity itself. मानो ये रंग मुझे सिर्फ लग नहीं रहे, मानो ये एक बुलावा है. It's not just the colors that are touching me, it's just like a calling from the divine. Come home, come home, come home. You have played too much with the world, now it is time to play with the divine itself. उस दिव्यता के रस में डूबने का समय है, उस दिव्यता में समा जाने का समय है, उस दिव्यता बन जाने का समय है. ये त्योहार सिर्फ होली का त्योहार नहीं, ये तो मानो एक रास्ता है मेरे संसार से दिव्यता की ओर का. May these colors of the divine always shine within me. May that playful ras, may the playful colors of Holi, may the playful celebration of Holi always continue to happen within me. May my heart become the playground where the divine plays the colors. And may I become the place in which the divine places its color. मैं बस एक साधन बन जाऊं उस दिव्यता के लिए. May I just become the hands of the divine. And it not just only bring colors into your life. May your colors spread across. And now when the colors have been spread, you again sit in a silent samadhi. Because this is where the true yoga happens. And allow yourself to just merge into the divine. It will happen flawlessly without efforts. I will just mute myself for some time, and in this space, all that I will be doing is I will be guiding you silently and merging you into the divine, and you becoming one with the divine, so that within no time you won't see any difference between him or her and you, because everything will become them, and then everything will become you. So now you are again in that space. All the colors are flying, all things are dancing around, yet you have become silent. You have become so calm and quiet that all that you can experience within you is the divine love, the divine presence. And now I mute myself for some time. You just soak yourself in that divine colors. आप बस अपने आप को उस रंग में डुबा दो, उस दिव्यता में डूब जाओ. And your journey from just being you to the divine begins. Merge, submerge into the divine and become one with it. Yes, the merging should not be colorless. The merging should be filled with happiness, and that should be flashing on your face that yes, you are ready for it. You are merging into the divine, and that smile should never fade from your face. Just relax yourself into it. There isn't any boundary between you and the divine. The veils have fallen. पर्दे गिर चुके. The distance has been removed. वो दूरी मिटा दी गई है. And now, again, focus back on your breath. अपने सांसों के ऊपर ध्यान ले आए. And when you are focusing on your breath, you will realize that as if you are not breathing anymore. आपकी सांसें ही नहीं चल रही. And even if it is happening so subtle that it is difficult to feel it as well. उसको जान पाना भी मुश्किल होगा. Just relax. Drop your shoulders. कंधों को ढीला छोड़ दे. Now take a deep breath. Slowly exhale through the mouth as if releasing what is not required in your body. Just let it go very, very slowly. Inhale again, a deep breath. Leave it through your mouth. One more time. Leave. Now you can take your time and open your eyes when you are comfortable. So is there silence within you now? Feels like as if again a bath has been taken. A purification of the inner self. So on this auspicious day, I just wish to say that आपके जीवन में जो भी तकलीफें हैं, just as all these things vanished just by sitting here for some time, उसी तरीके से जो processes बताए गए हैं, you do that and may all your problems vanish from your life. अगर आज आप वो सारे प्रक्रियाएं ठीक से कर लेते हो, मंत्र जाप सही कर लेते हो, यू विल सी चेंज इन योर लाइफ। और जैसे मैंने कहा कि रंग खेलना मत भूलना, डोंट फॉरगेट टू प्ले। एंड एज आई सेड, दिस इज अ गुड डे टू गिव, especially people those who are out there in the States and Canada or other parts of the world, those who don't have the facility of Holika there. You do one thing, uh, you all have a backyard, you all have bonfire setups, at least in a small place. If you can burn some karpur also and put some sweet things into that. कुछ भी अगर घर में कुछ भी मीठा बना सकते हो तो वो थोड़ा बना के रात में उसके अंदर डाल देना, just put it into that, because the God knows if he has kept you there, he has to adjust as well. अगर उसने आपको वहां रखा है तो उसको भी एडजस्टमेंट करना पड़ेगा. And even Sumaji is saying like down there in their place also people don't do that. Then you can burn your fire. What is the problem? जहाँ पे वो नहीं होता है, आप उस जगह पे you can just do a little bit thing at your own place. Think of little Krishna, fold your hands and said, okay, as you have saved Prahlad from everything, I have lit up this small little fire and I am putting this sweet because I know fire is the mouth of God. So whatever sweet I am putting here, may it reach you and you save me, bless me as you have saved Prahlad and love me as you have loved him. इतना तो कर ही सकते हैं. चलो, भगवान ने उतना भी नहीं दिया आपको करने के लिए. आंख बंद करके बैठो, मानसिक रूप से कर लो, उसके लिए तो कोई नहीं रोकेगा आपको. बाहर करने के लिए लोग रोक सकते हैं आपको. पीपल कैन स्टॉप यू आउटसाइड, बट फ्रॉम व्हेन यू आर सिटिंग देयर एंड क्लोजिंग योर आईज एंड डूइंग इट विद इन योरसेल्फ, nobody stops you. And you remember the same story, Madhavadas ji, or like I was talking a few days ago, said I didn't had any color, so I took that and gave it to Radha ji. Same similarly, may they carry your colors. आपके हाथ से रंग ले जाए वो. So may this auspicious occasion bring beautiful colors into your life. May the blessings of the divine reach you all. And whatever the issues are, whatever the things going on or not happening, may they all change their course, their path for you. With this prayer and blessing, I would like to stop here for today. And for the Mahanirvana group, anyways, I'll keep you posted based on my availability, because there are so many things to be done on behalf of you, because what I'm saying right now, I have to work on that. So let me see what my schedule allows me to do. And if possible, the Mahanirvana will meet tonight. Okay? And if it is not happening, need not worry. अभी कैसे भी सूर्य ग्रहण भी आने वाला है. The solar eclipse is all on its way, and people in Texas will be the most beneficial because they will be seeing a complete eclipse there. So Navneet ji and Preeti ji are too excited. And okay, we are there. Okay, so any questions? Here also no fire is burned with Karpur fire. Yes, you can do that. Especially the best thing to do is to burn cow dung. काउ डंग का जो केक आता है उसमें अगर जला के कर सकते हो तो दैट इज गुड. because it has scientific reasons to that also. See, especially when this transition of weather is happening, it was cold and suddenly it will become heated up. So that transition, the body should get acquainted to that so that this Holi is also played. And then when you are burning Holika also, when you are burning with, there are specific things that are put into it. Turmeric, फिर कुछ जड़ी बूटियां उसके अंदर डाली जाती है. So when they are put together, they will create a flame that actually kills the bacteria and viruses all around us. So it is a safeguarding process also. So there are many things in scientific way also that can be understood why we celebrate all these things. But that is, I might talk for that for some other day. Might be the day when we are talking to the youth why we celebrate Holi. So we'll give them the scientific facts behind it. So with this, I'd like to stop and do share your pictures if you are playing Holi. I'll be waiting to see that. कम से कम पता तो चले कि सिर्फ अंदर ही नहीं बाहर भी होली खेले हो. ओके. और अगर हम खेले तो हम पक्का पोस्ट कर देंगे. ठीक है. So till we meet again on Wednesday with our Q&A sessions, come up with your questions because 2 हफ्ते हो गए, सवाल तो बने होंगे, कहीं तो भटके होंगे फिर राह में वापस लाने के लिए. So we will meet up again. Till then, wish you all a beautiful, colorful, happy Holi, and that color of Holi may stay new for the entire lifetime. उसका रंग आपके ऊपर चढ़ जाए. So with this, I stop this session today. Over to Hari Bhai. And remember, even though all that you do, remember you are